All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am doing a test today of the market making algo, my base case, which I have been working on, versus an AI version that I have also been working on. I basically took my market making algo and I gave it to AI and I said, make this thing as good as you can get it and let's see how it did. I basically told it that you are a professional quant working for a high frequency trading firm, and your manager is very unhappy with how the strategy is performing, and you need to make modifications to it to get it to profitability. So I gave it those instructions. I gave it my market making algo. I created a branch in Git and I was letting it work on that. So we will see how it did on this strategy here. Now, my webcam is broken, so I'm recording this off of my I got recording the video here off of my phone, but uh, let's go ahead and jump into it here. Now, I'm trading Zcash here. This strategy on Zcash, for whatever reason, with the current parameters I have, it seems to be doing pretty well. It's profitable at this point for the past few weeks, and so I'm actually running this in a small production account now, and I'll do another video about what I got going on there. But let's go ahead and jump into the results. I went ahead and I let the AI make updates to the algo, let it run for a couple days, and we can do a before and after comparison. So my next asset that I'm trying to basically get this thing up and running on is Ripple, and it's been kind of hit or miss. Some days it seems to do pretty well, but it's not really consistent. And so this is from the past couple days. Now this is the base case here, and we can see that about 100 trades didn't really do that great. Hit an all-time low as far as equity goes on the equity curve here, and down about 60 basis points over the trading window. Let's see here. We can take a look at how it did compared to just the price of Ripple itself. So Ripple was down about 4%, it looks like, over that time period. And here we got the asset price return actually is the pink one. So we're down about 2% overall. Ripple was, and the strategy here was down 60 basis points or so. And here's our markouts at various time frames from 1 second up to 120 seconds. Obviously, these aren't very good either. -3 basis points to -5 basis points, meaning price pretty much moved against us consistently after our trades got hit. So we're getting picked off by informed traders and toxic flow here. So a lot of room for improvement on this. So I've been basically making my own iterations to this, adding filters, adding other ways to try to detect toxic flow. I'm in the process of adding new data sources, but I gave this to AI to see what it could come up with to see if it could do better. So it added a bunch more filters, no new data sources, but a bunch of new toxicity filters, which it was using based on existing data sources that are in the algo. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it and see how its results compare. So overall, it was better from a total return standpoint. It lost about 35 basis points, up a little bit off of its max drawdown, but you can see it's a pretty much a downward trajectory. It had a few glimmers of hope here at the beginning, midpoint, and maybe here where something about the order flow was favorable to the strategy, but overall this doesn't look good. Now the interesting thing too is it did twice as many trades yet lost half as much money. So in some ways that is a bit encouraging. Now, if we take a look at the price of Ripple over this period, obviously it should be about the same, about down about 2%, and the strategy losing about 35 basis points. And then if we look at the markouts, it's actually a little bit better. We're sitting at -2 basis points for some of these time frames, and then creeping up to 3 or over 120 seconds here, 2 minutes. We're over -4 basis points and markouts. So that's definitely, I don't think that, I think that's actually worse than our base case here. Let's take a look. Oh no, in base case we're at 5. So, I mean, we did get an incremental improvement, I guess, that the AI did. Now, so the question is, if I start adding my own additional filters, what I'm looking at is adding new data sources to be able to, see what's going on at other exchanges, look in their order books to try to get a gauge on, where I should be quoting and or even whether I should be quoting, whether the flow is turning toxic or not. So that is going to be kind of the next thing. I did give AI these results and I said, hey, here's what the results. So it analyzed them and it went back, made some more changes. It's doing some stuff around the time to live, the TTLs for the orders. So it's wanting to shorten those, also cancel them or early depending on if the flow turns toxic. So maybe that's going to have some impact. I can see it potentially making an incremental improvement. I'm going to be shocked if it turns what I have right here into a profitable uh, iteration, though, of the strategy. So I'm pushing these changes that it made out to production or its kind of production account today. I'll let it run for another day or two, depending on how many trades it generates and feed it back in. In the meantime, what I'm working on for my kind of own hand rolled strategy that I'm not really using AI to code is I'm adding some more data sources to it. So right now I'm implementing data from Lighter because right now this is trading on Paradex. I'll also be implementing data from Hyperliquid, just kind of to start with to take and I've already got Binance data feeding into this as well. So, but I want to basically kind of broaden the number of exchanges this is looking at, try to get a better idea of what's going on in the market and whether I should be pulling quotes quicker than I am right now. So overall, though, I'm very happy with how this the direction this is heading. Like I said, with Zcash and there's actually a couple other smaller shit coins that it seems to be doing okay on. I'm gonna run, but I'm not getting a ton of trades, so I can't really declare any sort of victory yet. But the results are encouraging. So I've actually set up a Zcash algo, the version of that algo, up in a Paradex vault to start to build a track record. So I'll have a separate video where I can talk about what a vault is exactly and how that works. And then those results are actually going to be publicly available to take a look at. And that would also allow other investors to contribute capital if I were to open it up to outside capital. And that's all managed by the exchange on chain. So stay tuned for that. There'll be a separate video about that. And I'll do another video once I've got this iteration up and running for both Ripple and I have it working on an Ethereum version as well. So we'll see if we can actually get AI to do something useful here. And then also there's always the potential when AI is coding this stuff, for subtle bugs to get introduced. Not that I have never introduced a bug myself when writing code by hand, but what I've found is, and I had done a video about this, I don't know, maybe a month ago, where I basically lost a month because I was using AI more and more to write some logic, and it introduced some pretty subtle bugs that were super hard to figure out what the underlying issue was. So definitely one of the dangers of AI and coding. So anyway, stay tuned. Let me know if you guys are using AI for your strategy development or implementation. Love to hear about what your guys' experiences have been with that. And drop a comment below. Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.